Right, it's Roy again with the 2002 Z71 Suburban, the front drive. I'm showing a seal here because this is a seal needed replaced in that front drive axle, the differential. To get it out of the housing, I didn't want to replace the bearing. It's still good. I can't damage the bearing. So I took the heel bar, hooked it up in there. The other heel bars were too big, so I pried it. The inside of that did not hit the bearing. Instead, it rolled all the way through like this, and I just kept steady pressure and popped that sucker right out, okay? Now, this seal is not a better seal available. This kind, it's got the metal towards the inside and so forth. If you go to get seals for these, compare with OEM from GM Original. This is a one-piece seal, so the shaft rides in here. And I mentioned in previous video that the shaft had some wear and need a sleeve. I don't need a sleeve. I managed to get a good a precision seal. I got two different ones. Each one in the box is different because something was wrong there. I'm gonna go get another one to match. It's a two-piece seal, so the inner surface rides inside the outer part of the seal, instead of the shaft riding and rotating in the seal. Those last so much longer. It's going to help fix the problem I had. I'm doing this because now I've got my intermediate shaft back in, but at first it wouldn't go in. It still had about 1 inch or 2 centimeters sticking out. Couldn't figure out why. And it's got a little nipple part that goes in a carrier bearing, or bushing up inside like I mentioned, or just rides in another shaft, whatever the case. And then it's got a snap ring that stays inside, kind of like this C shape of my hand, and it just rests in there. You're supposed to slide the shaft in that thing and just pop in place. Well, it wouldn't even reach that. And wiggle, rotate, thinking the splines weren't lining up. I says, no, this is not making sense. So I pulled this, just slid right back out, and I shine a flashlight up inside that housing. Let me move here and I'll show you the housing. I've actually removed the brush plate from underneath because I thought I was going to have to do a lot more work here. This housing of this side of the shaft on this front drive axle with the differential in here, I thought I was going to have to remove this because right about here is a thrust washer that the tip end of that shaft has to slide right in the center of it. And when I was able to remove this intermediate shaft with the puller assembly that I manufactured together from an assortment of parts, I yanked it out. That stupid washer slid down. That's never happened to me before. It's probably very uncommon, so that's the purpose of this video. If somebody has the same problem, you can't get the shaft back in. The sucker slid down, and so I stuck the long pry bar up in there and tried to move it. That didn't work. I stuck a wood stick. Actually came out of a stupid window shade and stuck it in there, tried to move it. It wouldn't go. And it has this little small hole, smaller than 1 centimeter, probably roughly 7/16 of an inch. We even tried a magnet. Got a nice long pocket magnet with a heavy-duty magnet on it. One of these off of the tool truck. That wouldn't work to move it. I had a piece of metal in the toolbox I had kept just in case it was needed for something, and I've cut a piece off of it before to make a tool, so it has a jagged edge, nice sharp point on there, so I didn't even have to go get a rod and grind a point on it. And my cousin put that up in there and worked, got it in a place, Went to stick the shaft in, it wouldn't go. Pulled the shaft back out. Look, stupid washer done fell again. We tried that a couple times. The washer still appeared to be in place, but it was not perfectly centered. So I tried, and I moved it around to where it was close I could get it. Slid the shaft up in there. Then it still had a little too much gap here, but the splines were in place and everything. So then I took a long wood handle of a sledgehammer, stuck it against here, and then hit the head of the hammer with a nice 5-pound shop hammer there, and pop, right in place. Then pulled it to make absolute certain that the snap ring was locked in place and it won't come back out. It's rotating. It's good now. If that had not worked, is why we're doing this. We've got 4 bolts. Take 15mm socket to drop the brush pan. There's 2 bolts here. I was going to put